Well, good morning, Hot Rod Power Tour folks. It is day 2, Hot Rod Power Tour 2022. As you can see, we still have the 1979 AMC Spirit AMX 304 V8 car, 4-speed manual. Over here, we've got the 1970 Pontiac LeMans 455. It's a turbo 350 automatic, and it has an entire roof, which makes it better than the AMX. But today, I can cook my barbecue in my car. So for leftovers, we're gonna have a good warm barbecue. Jim is going with more of the svelte look today for the drive. I'm gonna stay in my Lucore outfit because today we're on our way to Nashville and it's gonna be 101, like real actual temperature, not feels like temperature.
Not feels like, yeah.
I don't know what feels like.
We gonna find out.
It's gonna be hot. That's the theme of the week. It's gonna be hot. So anyway, we're getting a little bit of a late start. I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning editing the video for day 1. So we are just going to blast ourselves onto I-40 East and boom to Nashville. So we're gonna miss a bit of the power touring. However, we need to get to the show. So hopefully you guys are gonna tag along. As always, we're gonna do the daily video thing. Whew, God, it's already hot. Time to hit the road. I did check my coolant level and it is still spot on, so that's not a problem. But I do have just a little less than a quarter tank of gas, so we're gonna get ourselves on Interstate 40 headed east, put these things in the wind for a little bit, and then we'll stop for fuel. Thank you, Memphis, for a good time. It's a great barbecue as always. Memphis Barbecue Co. Loved it. Gonna love it again. And ooh, I have my sweet tea still. Except for I just knocked it over. Damn it! Oh well. That's fine. Thanks for the good times. Beall Street, always a pleasure. Nashville, here we come. Good. These machines have done a fantastic job so far. I gotta say, like, this is definitely a stress test of man and machine. The Hot Rod Power Tour is always a good time. It's fun to be able to share this event with other people and who are like-minded, enjoy the same kind of stuff, and who actually get out there and drive their cars. But it is a stress test of vehicles, especially when you dial the heat up to, 100 degrees outside. These cars are 40, 50, 60 years old that are being out here driven. Yeah, a lot of us have been, doing some work on our vehicles and rebuilding things and whatever, but the bones of the cars are still old. That 70 Pontiac it's got a new engine in it and the transmission's fresh, but otherwise everything else is pretty old. This AMX is held together with spitballs and twine. Maybe some RTV, but I gotta say, so far, knock on America, job so far.
So I just checked in with you a minute ago, and I was being tailgated and scowled at by a Prius. And I'll tell you what, here's my thing. I would rather drive this car everywhere with the windows down in a friggin' hurricane blizzard, 120-degree desert heat, than ever drive a Prius again. When I say ever drive a Prius again, I don't mean that I've ever owned a Prius. I did drive one as a company vehicle. Yes, I'm sure there are benefits to them for fuel economy, but talk about the most lackluster vehicle I have ever driven in my life.
For those of you who don't know about Hot Rod Power Tour, the purpose of Hot Rod Power Tour is to kind of do the highways and byways, the back roads, small towns, you know, Route 66 type stuff. It's not about hop on the interstate and blast. That's not really the idea. But because I was up so late last night, we're a couple hours behind everybody else, so we're gonna make up time by hitting 40 East and just hauling almost all the way to Nashville. Unfortunately, that you're going to miss out on some of the experience, and I do apologize about that. The experience of driving through all little small towns that are basically like, you know, shut down as a parade of thousands and thousands of hot rods come rolling through their small town is pretty cool. Unfortunately, probably not going to be able to include that in today's video, purely because we're running behind schedule. So far, so good. Down about an eighth of a tank of gas, and we're going to stop here for fuel momentarily. And I am going to remember to buy sunglasses. Somebody remind me.
Really an awesome experience for me. I appreciate the opportunity to do this. Hey, exit 56, the Tina Turner Museum. Big wheel, keep on turning. Proud Marion, keep on burning. Rolling, rolling, rolling on I-40 East.
I'm not nervous, you're nervous. No big deal, we got plenty of fuel left. There's at least, I don't know, maybe a gallon left in there. This is definitely a no safety net kind of trip. And I do not honestly recommend people driving like I do for this. We have no spare tools, we have no spare parts. We got nothing. So we're running rather untested, questionable cars in really serious heat, with no spare parts, no safety nets, no nothing. Probably not smart, but it does make it more interesting if you never know if you're going to complete the journey or not. Don't do what I do. Fuel. Yes. Marathon station's up ahead. Fuel, fuel, fuel. Well, the saga of stupid problems continue. I pull up into this lovely spot here behind Jim, and it says, this pump is moving extremely slow. Try another pump, thanks. Heart. Okay. So I moved over to this pump. Jimmy's here. he was pumping for, I don't know, a solid...
Probably 2 minutes, 2.5, maybe even 3.
Yeah. Almost got a gallon of fuel. Okay, that's annoying. Apparently that pump runs slow too. Well, let's go ahead and run the cart over here and get some gas in the old AMX because it is out of fuel. Hey, wait a minute. Come inside to pay. Thanks, heart. Well, that's annoying, but whatever. Let's go inside to pay, shall we? I got $1, if you can guess what I'm gonna say. Closed. Please pay at pump. It's like early afternoon. Okay, guess gotta find another gas station. It's fine, it's not like I've only got like a gallon of gas or anything. Oh, here's an Exxon station. I wonder if they have gasoline and employees. Wouldn't that be neat? Any signs on the pump? Nope. Good. Well, this was a good stop. I got sunglasses, good for me. Got a cold Gatorade, and most importantly, got a cookies and cream ice cream bar. Ice cream. All right, point them east, keep going. Jim apparently grabbed all the supplies. Well, I thought we were on the road again, but apparently not. Jim stole the gas station, I left him behind. I can see him back there, but it's hot, and I'm gonna eat my ice cream while I wait on Jimmy. Hopefully something's not wrong with the Pontiac. Nothing's wrong with the Pontiac. Nothing's wrong. He just forgot something. I hope he just forgot something. Tennessee. I've already cleared 1 Gatorade. Apparently, I'm a little dehydrated. So, cheers. Tennessee. Temperatures in the very much 100-degree range. We're also driving on blacktop, and I'm in a black car with no roof. It is very warm. We could have had a little bit better weather for this trip, I'll be honest. Maybe like last week, but it was in the mid-70s and gorgeous. That'd have been nice. But on the upside, at least it's not raining. my phone can't handle texting. No, I definitely would not be texting and driving. Definitely not. But if I were to be texting while I was in the car, it's so hot that it's literally shutting off my text messaging application because my phone is overheating, not doing anything. That's how hot it is. Yeah! Road construction. Thanks, guy. Little red dirt with my Gatorade. Very good news. We're 110 miles into this journey for the day, and not a single broken down power tour car on the side of the road, which is awesome. Unfortunately, that's usually a thing on the power tours. You end up with some fallen brothers on the roadside, but so far so good. Now that could be one of two things. A, nobody decided to just blast from Memphis to Nashville. B, everybody's just doing well today, which is incredible given how unbelievably hot it is. But we did not do the scenic route, so we're not going to be able to support people nor really see anybody else on this trip. But you know, maybe we're pulling up the tail. But the good news is, from way back here on the end of the tail, doesn't look like anybody's had any catastrophic failures. So I guess that's a good thing. at the rest stop. I don't know if they were just resting and stopping or if they were having problems, but hopefully just resting and stopping. One thing that is absolutely certain, the fine folks of Tennessee have certainly showed up with all of the police they can find to help protect and serve everybody along I-40. I don't know how many local PD, state cops, sheriffs I have seen today, but I'm pretty sure it's all of them. Fortunately, I haven't seen any hot rodders pulled over, but we are trying to make pretty good time, so we're being as efficient as possible. Oh, that's nice. We're about 15 minutes away from the show, and I am not quite on bingo fuel, but close. So we're gonna stop for a little splash of gas, stretch our legs just a little bit, and then we're gonna head on into the Nashville Speedway, hang out with the DEI guys again, and I do believe there's an opportunity to possibly make a pass on the track. If that's the case, and I have fuel to do it, that might happen. Probably not smart, but that might happen. Squat truck! Why do you do that?
All right, we are just outside of Lebanon, Tennessee, where the Nashville Superspeedway is. We just topped off the AMX and the Le Mans. The AMX is going through about 12 gallons for every 14 the Le Mans goes through, but it makes sense to fuel at the same time. So that's our situation as it goes. We have seen a decent amount of folks on the road within the last half hour, so it tells us we're not as late as we're supposed to be, or maybe not supposed to be, not as late as we thought we were. However, we are also supposed to be in a tent. The event started at noon, and it is currently 3. So, that being said, we're just going to pretend that it's because we didn't want to upstage Mr. Stacey David himself.
other days or ways you will see this many hot rods on the highway. I guess the only thing slightly comparable to this would be when good guys are in town, which is happening in about a month from now in Columbus. But being able to just run down the road and see hot rod after hot rod after hot rod after hot rod going both directions is just a pretty cool experience. We are finally almost there. Nashville Superspeedway, here we come. We're gonna tuck in here with the QA1 autocross trucks. Hopefully there's not a huge line to get into this place. But we can all just slide right in without overheating. Ooh, I spoke too soon. That's a line. Well, go gadget cooling system. Let's hope for the best. Stress test for sure. I will find that guy with a Capri. I saw that thing online last year. Must find that dude with that Capri. That thing is amazing. So unfortunately, this is the part of these shows that's truly, truly difficult for cars. There's no wind across the nose, so you've got nothing allowing heat dissipation through your radiator. Hopefully your fan has got enough oomph to be able to pull. Most of the time, that's not the case. Uh-oh, Jimmy's calling. What's up, Jimmy? You want to pull off? All right. Pull over. Yeah, pull over in the grass here. Speak of the devil, he's at 220 in the Pontiac behind me. So we're gonna pull off and let him cool down. Doing a little bit off-roading. Gonna hang out over here in the trees with these guys. Well, the nice thing is we found some shade trees. Let the cars cool down. We've been pretty much pounding it straight all the way from Memphis. So Jim spiked temperatures on the Pontiac, so we're gonna let it sit for a little bit. Probably pop the hood on this thing, Jim. And I've got the AMX cooling down. Obviously on the AMX there's you know, there's no functional fuel gauge or temperature gauge, so who knows what temperature it was. Probably hot. But there's the line of everybody rolling into the show. Got Alex Taylor. Where is she? I saw her. Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. There's Alex. She's been battling cooling issues all day as well. That Bad Marrow is a seriously bad machine. But you know, at this point is not an issue of power. It's about how well you can cool the car down. And it's 100-degree ambient temperature, so there's only so much you can do. So Let them cool down before you do some damage. It is what it is. That's just how it goes. We'll get into the show here shortly. Maybe. Well.
So, kind of like the rest of us, the car got hot. So we are icing down the radiator right now. Let her cool off. See if we just need to top it off, and we're gonna go from there.
Got to make it from here, through that line, round over yonder, in through there, and into that long line of cars that are also still not moving.
Yeah.
The stress test is not the 200-mile blast from Memphis to Nashville. It's the 2-mile line of not moving on 100-degree temperatures. Ugh. Oh well. While we're waiting, I might as well give you guys a little taste of some of the vehicles coming in.
Hi, honey. How are you?
We're camping.
Right at this point.
Yeah.
So are we.
Just
on the hard.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to
Ah.
come on in?
Oh, cold as ice is not gone.
Probably the smartest investment you could have ever
Air
made.
conditioner have been missed.
Ah. Nice. Got ourselves a little impromptu camping party out here. Man. A bunch of these cars are sounding sickly if they're not pulling over.
Y'all ever just stand around, watch ice melt? confidence here. Pulling his radiator cap off the AMX that somehow is not hot compared to the Le Mans that was, ta-da, over full. Or over hot, not over full. Oh look, it's like the right amount of coolant.
Yeah, that one's just fine.
Note to self, Austin will not check your coolant in the morning. Check it yourself.
Well, that's enough camping for us. Time to try to get into the show. Pontiac's down to 190. Coolant level looks fine. I think it just got hot because we just pulled a... Got it! Thank you! Almost lost my iced tea. Alright, get these things in the show. Gotta do a little off-roading first. We'll see you guys. It's an AMC, it can off-road. It's a short car, it'll fit through that hole.
That's a width, not length.
Exactly. Not a problem. With all my rowdy friends. Let's just hope that the Pontiac stays cool enough to not cook itself on the way in. You know, it's all about the journey, and sometimes it's more interesting when the journey doesn't go the way it's expected to go. People you meet, we met some guys that were from Pataskala, which is right outside Columbus, while we were hanging out having a little camping trip. Would never have probably met those guys if we hadn't just randomly overheated and need to get attention on the side of the road. Hey, nice AMC! Alright, we're going to try to keep these things coolish. Obviously the AMC is just perfect. It doesn't have any problems at all, no cooling issues, no problems at all. It's just perfect. Look at this thing. Look at this thing! Look at that!
Turns out, dump trucks are a little stronger than AMC Hornets. We got hit by one.
You what? Oh! No! What happened?
Guy waved us out. We're in traffic. Guy waved us out. Come on out. Stand there for a minute. Cars ahead started moving. Look out, we're there.
You're kidding me. That's horrible. I'm sorry.
You were our motivation. I'm like, if that guy can do it.
If that thing will do it, I can do it. Oh, it's terrible. Got hit by a dump truck. Look at the nose damage. Oh, that's painful. Oh. I don't know what exactly the holdup here is. It's now 4:30 in the afternoon, and as you can see, we're not going anywhere. Neither are all my friends that are behind me, and that line of cars, when they turn, goes there, all the way there, and in there, and you can see that they're none of them are moving. They're basically all sitting still. There's no shade out here. you're just literally cooking cars. Like, I don't know, I don't want to poo-poo whoever's in charge of this, but there is a serious breakdown in process here. Last year, we didn't have anywhere near this much of a problem. I don't know if maybe you guys just had too many people show up for this, or what the case may be, if the venue's just not prepared for this. I don't know. But yesterday we had people freaking falling over with heat exhaustion because it was so damn hot. And now you've got cars literally by the dozens just melting down in line trying to get into this freaking place. Like, again, I don't want to get negative. I want to stay positive. I love the Power Tour situation, but whatever is going on with this, and it doesn't matter if you have a gold pass, a platinum pass, a normal person's pass, if you're a freaking vendor, whatever, to get on the property, you have to go through this gate, and nobody's going anywhere. I'm not freaking moving. This is stupid. Absolutely stupid. I'm running out of negative things to say. I am running out of negative things to say. This is absolutely unbelievable. We've been sitting for 10 minutes to move from here to there. It is 4:45 in the afternoon. We're supposed to have everybody on the property and get their punches done. All these long haulers and stuff trying to get their long haul credentials punched, and there's no way we're gonna get on property by 6. Absolutely no freaking way we're gonna get on property by 6. This is stupid. There are hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of cars just sitting in line, melting down, and nobody knows anything. It's just, we already have our credentials from yesterday. You're not checking anybody in. All right, positive energy. Let's talk about the good stuff. This guy's got a C7 Corvette, that guy's got a C7 Corvette, and that guy's got a C7 Corvette, and I bet you they all have functional air conditioning. And that's a good thing. I don't have functional air conditioning. I wish I did. I really wish I did. Let's see. Those are other positive things. My car is currently not running, and I'm going down a very slight grade. I have mechanical brakes, so I can just let this thing roll and then just, you know, ease on the brakes. But guys like this, that's a snub-nosed van. You understand how bad those things are at cooling anyway? Much less when they're sitting on the side of the road in 100-degree temperature? Man, are you kidding me? Let's go talk to this guy. I'm not going anywhere anyway. Let's do an interview about your van. Tell me about your van, since I don't have anything else I can do today.
It started out as a G30 motorhome.
Okay.
And my dad bought the yellow van for some parts.
Okay.
And the motorhome was sitting there, so I welded them together. I put an LS in it with a 4L80 and been driving about a year and a half.
So motorhome front,
Yep.
spare parts van in the back. Boy, the 5.3?
5.7, it's LS1.
LS1, all right. Man, these things suck at cooling when they had old school V8s in them, much less an LS in it.
It's actually done really well. It's ran 180. We went from Atlanta, Georgia to the Redneck Rumble. It's a rat rod car show in Lebanon. Went from there to Memphis and back, and it ran 180 up the last hour. Started getting around 200, now it's in 230.
Oh.
And it's all aluminum block, so I don't know how hot. It's too hot for it.
Right, right. That's cool, man. That is freaking cool, man. Okay, so now we're miraculously moving along at 15 miles an hour. No idea. What the heck? What a trying day. That's an LS swapped Mini Cooper. That was an LS swapped Mini Cooper. Need to meet that guy. You know those people that pass you on the highway and they just pass you and then get in front of you and then don't go anywhere? Or that person that like passes you real aggressively on the street and then you pull up right next to them or right beside them at the stoplight? I don't know if you guys saw me filming just a minute ago, but this guy here in a green wagon thingy passed me real aggressive because I had not gone for about 3 seconds. I'm not going anywhere. And he just got in front of me. Look, he's not going anywhere either. Probably didn't need to pass me, bro. I get it though, you're probably short-tempered and you're hot. I get it. I get it. By the way, I just want to point this out. It is 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We've been in line for a long time. And that is still the line to get down the road to get onto the property. It's 5 o'clock. A lot of these people left their hotels at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. We need to talk about positive stuff. I love that C10 truck. Big fan of that C10 truck. Up. Good looking Malibu. There's a lot of good cars out here. A lot of cool rides. Let's poke out behind us. See who's back there.
For probably the last 15 minutes. It's spiking back up to 220, but not getting any hotter than that, which makes sense. It's hot outside. The engine itself runs hot. We're running a mechanical engine fan. The fan is only moving realistically when the engine's moving, so every once in a while it's trying to give her a quick rev and see what we can do about keeping it at 220. But this has been the issue of the day for everyone, for all of our friends. It's been oh shoot, we ran hot.
According to that gentleman back there, they're under new law enforcement rules and everybody just has to go park. So whether or not you're a participant or a spectator or part of the show, they just want you to go find a place to park. So I don't know what's going on here, but it's not going well. We are in a new line. Some new friends. It's an MG back there, nice looking car. Got a 2JZ no shit Supra in front of me. That's exciting. Well, we made it to the show. It's only 5:22.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Jake.
How are ya?
How are you, brother?
Fantastic.
Guess what? Look what I've got for you.
Dashboard brisket.
I've been slow cooking it. I've been slow cooking it for hours. If you don't know about our floorboard brisket, you need to go back and watch last year's Power Tour. This is, hold on, let me get out of the car. All right, so here you go. We are with the DAI guys. Right at the end of the show, we made it here. Ta-da! The AMC is here. The Pontiac is here. I don't think anybody else really made it here, still running. I believe Emily Reeves has had problems. I know Alex Taylor had problems. A bunch of other people had problems. Obviously, as you've seen it, we don't want to get into the drama as far as what's going on, what happened, why things happened. Let's just say it didn't go well today. But we made it to the show. It's 5:30. Got plenty of time to be here for at least, oh, I don't know, 20 minutes before we need to leave. Yeah, so there you go. She made it. Very hot, but she made it. Time to shake hands, kiss babies, and say hi to people. All right, so this gentleman is part of the AMC pit crew that saved me last year in this car. You will notice
With Chris.
with Chris,
Oh,
part of the AMC pit crew. This is essentially exactly the car that you remember, because we have not worked on it since you saw it last.
It's exactly the same.
It's a little dustier, it's got rained on and snowed in.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's exactly the same car.
Yes.
Still has the 6-foot long cable on it. We didn't even replace that.
Well, I wouldn't.
Well, yeah.
Why would you?
Right. You don't need to.
No.
So, Jake helped save me in the middle of nowhere at a Napa in somewhere in Illinois.
I have no idea even where we were.
I don't know. But when we left St. Louis, we had had some really tasty barbecue, and it was insanely hot.
Yes.
What we had done, by we I mean me, is I had put my barbecue on the floorboard to cook it and keep it nice and warm. So I had barbecue last night, and so I brought floorboard brisket again. So I also have floorboard ribs if you're interested in some of those. So you have options.
I love options.
Here you go.
I'm gonna have to go with the. I'm gonna have to go with the original, the floorboard brisket.
Floorboard brisket. There you go.
Just want one of these.
Oh, you gotta try the ribs.
Yeah, buddy.
Trust me on this. Try the ribs.
Floorboard brisket.
Oh, the floorboard brisket's pretty good though.
Now that is actually really good. That is an interesting Power Tour tradition right there.
It is. We're gonna have to do it every year.
Every year. Cheers.
Cheers.
Is that more
Floorboard brisket.
Yeah.
I have some floorboard ribs if you'd like some.
Nah, we just got a bite.
Come on, nobody trusts the floorboard food?
Look, next time you're on your next video and all, shout out to your buddies in Oxford, Mississippi. There we are.
You're on video, so shout out to your buddies in Oxford, Mississippi.
Oxford, Mississippi, yay!
We needed to put some positive energy in this video. Yeah. Because there was a lot of negative energy for like the last 2 hours. Try to get in here.
A lot of
Yeah, getting in here. It took us from the time we hit the property till we got in, an hour. Solid hour.
How many cars did you see melted down on the side of the
Oh,
road?
so many, so many.
We turned off our AC, and man, my temp, it dropped from 220 to like 180, man, like that. So I was really happy.
I turned my AC off too.
Take care.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
This is really delicious.
I'm telling you.
It's fantastic. Oh, by the way, I got something for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
It's gonna be the fanciest thing on your car.
I love it.
New headlights.
Oh, shit.
LED.
Oh man, that's fancy.
I accidentally ordered two sets.
Okay.
So
You have an extra.
I got an extra set.
Gotcha. Man, look at how amazing would this car be with some fancy LED headlights on it. Can I leave my fog lights on?
Yeah, they're LED, so it's
Good.
perfect.
So
Yeah, they
would
match. You gotta match.
Perfect.
You gotta be safe-ish.
Yeah, safe-ish. Right. All right. I'm gonna go walk around and see who else actually made it here today.
I've been here since 11.
That's nice. Sitting in the shade, or you've been out here cooking?
Cooking.
Good.
And then I come back in there and kind of sit by the fan.
Cool off.
I go run through the sprinklers like a little kid.
Well, you did see this car sitting on the side of the road earlier today, but it did make it in. Alex Taylor and the Bad Marrow. However, I believe almost all of the other major YouTubers either broke down today on their way in here or are helping other people who broke down. Derek didn't make it. I don't think I've seen Emily. I know a bunch of the people that were supposed to be here got unable to be here. So, yeah, this was a challenging day, but we made it. Check it off the box. I'm gonna end this here because I don't think I'm gonna go out and get crazy tonight. I think I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna relax in air conditioning, edit this video and put it up for tomorrow morning, today, as you're watching it. And I'm gonna get a good night's sleep. So, we're gonna end this on a positive note. We all made it here. And by we all, I mean Jim and I, and Jake made it here, even though he was here for hours. Look at that sunburn.
Since 11.
Since 11. That's okay.
I'm only on like 3 hours of sleep. It's fine.
It's fine.
Big deal.
Thanks for being here, guys. We appreciate it. You guys watching these videos helps us do what we do. We're glad you guys are enjoying this. Hopefully it's been fun coming along on these road trips with us. So like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff. If you see us tomorrow, we will be at the, or today in Georgia. We're doing the whole long haul, so we'll see you at the next event. If you want to come up to us, say hi. We'll have both the AMX and the Pontiac with us. You know, barring any kind of crazy situations. But we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for being here. Take care.
I wrote down like, oh yeah.
That man has the right idea. There's our friends. They're still on the tour. They're still on it. Still having problems, but they're still on the tour. Hopefully we see them again tomorrow.